Welcome, High Vibe Tribe. This is my YouTube channel, Divine Hippie 2222, saying hello. I hope everyone had a wonderful New Year's. I hope everyone had a great holiday season. And I hope everyone is super excited, pumped, and looking forward to 2020. This is going to be a general reading for the collective of earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And sorry, I'm just getting organized and situated. The messages may resonate because it's a general collective reading for the energies. And if it does not resonate, check out your other signs. Earth, no, excuse me, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you are not sure what those are, you can go to www.astro.com and you can fiddle around and find your chart. And it's a free website. You don't have to give any you don't have to give any financial personal information, but you have to know where you're born, of course, your birthday, and what time of day you were born. And it will give you all of the positions for the other signs. So that way, if part of this message resonates or if all of it resonates, go get a personal reading so that way you can get more details into your situation. If this message does not resonate, check out the other signs that are found in those positions on your chart, and maybe those will give you a little more insight into what's going on and to what you can expect for this coming year. And let's see, what else can I say? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell notification so that way you can be notified of all the new videos that come up. And I'm working on compressing my videos just a little bit, so bear with me, trying to cut out some of the BS. If you're an intuitive reader and you read this message differently, please feel free to do so. This is a learning channel, so we're all at different stages. We're all at different destinations on our path, and hopefully this is a free, welcome, and safe zone for everyone who wants to learn, grow, develop, raise our vibrations, try to turn a negative into a positive. And yeah, so I'm excited. Also, if this message resonates, please leave a comment below. If you don't care to share personal information, it's perfectly acceptable. Maybe just say, this resonates. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. All right, guys, let's get started. Spirits, what messages do you have for our earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgos. Oh, we got a card that flipped over. We have the Three of Imps, and Imps are representative of wands in this deck. So, okay, spirits, what other messages? Okay, we got the Page of Bats, and in this deck, bats are representative of swords. And then we also got the Nine of Pumpkins, and pumpkins represent pentacles. So we got 3 of our 5 cards. All right, spirits. Oh, there's one that came out. We got the King of Bats. Again, the King of Swords. See, he's holding a sword. All right, spirits. One more card for our beloved earth signs. We got the Four of Pumpkins. And again, pumpkins represent pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Bats. And 7 represents swords. So let's get started. So generally, the Seven of Swords represents deceit, trickery, trying to pull the wool over someone's eyes. So we'll see what this deck's message says. But the bottom of the deck card is the overall energy for this message that I'm going to go through. So maybe you are experiencing some deceit. Maybe you are unsure as to people in your group. Maybe you are just not quite, maybe you know something is going on, but you're not quite sure how to put your nose or put your finger on it, however the saying goes. So anyways, let's see what the, let's see what this deck has to say about that. The Seven of Bats, a plan that may not work, a setback or a bout of bad luck, partial success that does not justify the risks. This could be a warning. This could also be your current situation. So be mindful. I know that we're doing a lot of manifestations. We are setting goals, and maybe you are seeing that things are not working out the way that you had intended because it talks about a plan that may not work. Maybe your eyes are bigger than your stomach, so to say. But it doesn't overall sound. It doesn't sound like deceit. It doesn't sound like what I had originally said. This deck is a completely different message. Partial success that may not justify the risks. So be mindful of that. The thing is with tarot, this can give you a piece of the puzzle to what may happen, but we have free will. So if you are mindful of your choices and you know in advance that something you're working on may not come to fruition, maybe you can avoid your plans not working out, or maybe you can see in advance that your risks may be greater than your outcomes. So just be mindful of that. And then let's see what I am getting for an order. Let's see, the Page of Bats. I think I'm going to do the Four of Pumpkins first, and then the Three of Imps, then the Nine of Pumpkins, and then the King of Bats. So that is what seems like the best outcome. The Page of Bats, an eager, graceful, intuitive young person on a fact-finding mission. A flair for spydom. So here's a little bit of, what I was talking about for what I thought the Seven of Bats would represent. But this is you, representing you. You will know how this resonates with you and your situation. But it talks about on a fact-finding mission. So something is not right. Something is rotten in Denmark. And in my opinion, and you are trying to figure out what it is. That's what I'm getting from this. And then the Four of Pumpkins. Let's see. Stability and prosperity without complacency. For future harvests, it's planning time. Material success from hard work. Also miserly tendencies. So maybe because you're trying to figure out what's going on, you're not quite sure how to plan for the future. So maybe you're holding on to what it is that you have. However, when you, let me put the card down so I can use my hand. When you hold on to what it is that you have, you don't allow anything new to come in. When you release and open up to, okay, things are not going the way I had planned. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but if I am not so miserly and if I'm not so tight with what it is I have, then when something leaves, I open up a new space for something to be returned and replaced in its place for fear of sounding redundant. So now is the time to start planting your seeds for your goals, for your dreams. And you may not have now pumpkins are pinnacles. So that's money. So you may not have the money that you thought you would need to start your journey, start your mission, start your manifestation, start your business, whatever this is. You may not be as prepared as you had hoped to be. That's not always a bad thing. And it's not always, someone once told me, if you wait until everything is perfect, you'll find that the opportunities have passed you by. You need to know I'm ready mentally, even if externally your world is not in order and in place. So the Three of Imps, this is the Three of Wands, a successful endeavor and creative payoff, business savvy, the possibility of barriers between people. So I think I did the right thing when I put the Four of Pumpkins first and then the Three of Imps. Because again, the Four of Pumpkins talks about starting your harvest, planting your seeds. So your business model, I'm just going to use that as an example. You have to have a plan first. Then once you know what crop, let's go with the harvesting and sowing and planting analogy. Once you know what crop you want to plant, then you have to plant it. And then you will have a successful endeavor and a creative payoff. Again, you're not quite sure what's going on. Something's not right. Because something's not right, you may have to adjust your game plan and be creative. Well, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. But again, you have to have the plan, and then you have to put your plan into action, and then the payoff is going to be successful, whatever your endeavor is. So that's a good thing. And the moon is happy, showing, good things, even though it's nighttime. Again, maybe the night is a representation of things not quite making sense. You can see, like the saying, you can see more in the day when, the sun's out and the moon only illuminates a portion of the earth. Well, because you couldn't see 100% clearly, and because you couldn't tell exactly what the deal is, the moon is lighting your way and showing you that your efforts have paid off. And see how the water in the background is calm and serene and smooth, and it's not tumultuous, and there aren't waves. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. Peace, prosperity, harmony. Very nice. So then we move on to the Nine of Pumpkins. And the 9 talks about stability. Now, I don't know what the book says, but the 9 talks about being stable on your own, having abundance. So let's see what the book says. A simple appreciation of the good life, feeling worthy, a calm, accepting, unattached view of what the material world has to offer, a quiet, solitary search for wisdom. So it talks about a calm and serene view, right? And the water in the card before it is very peaceful, very calm, hardly any movement. So you're going to be successful in your endeavors, and you are looking for an appreciation of the good life, an unattached view of what the world may have to offer you. Guys, I keep saying again, when you're trying to manifest your goals and your dreams, you have to release your attachments and your outcomes, like your expectations. The universe knows what it is that you need and what you want better than you do. So be able to enjoy what you have while you have it. even if you're not quite sure what's going on yet, because gratitude brings more things to be grateful for. See, you start off as the Page of Bats, and there's one little pumpkin on the person's shirt. One little pumpkin, right? And the road, look at this. The road is kind of wavy, like it's not quite flat. It's not quite smooth. It's not quite secure. Okay? And then in the Page of Pumpkins, it looks like you're getting to the top of a hill. Like, I mean, it's not really a hill, but you get my point. Like, the way the ground is. It's not, you don't see the hills and valleys anymore. So you are at the top of a hill. And then once you get to the top, that's when things get peaceful. And you can have a little more clarity. And by doing so, you understand why your game plan didn't work in the beginning the way you had wanted it to, or the way you thought you wanted it to work. Because it paid off. Successful endeavors, but in completely different ways than you expected. And then we have the King of Bats. And the King of Bats is a strong, powerful authority figure with a penchant for law and justice, a firm enemy, and a firm friend. So along this way, along your path, along your journey, the way you had planned didn't quite work out. That's okay. You did the work. You harvested your idea. You planted your idea. You put it into action. And then you allowed the earth to do its work. You're successful in your endeavors. You're finding the universe delivered more and better to you than you had imagined or that you had considered or dreamed. And you find a good friend along the way who's loyal, who is going to have your back, and maybe someone who will protect you from people who do not have your best interest at heart, because it says a firm enemy. This guy or girl, it doesn't matter the sex, it's just energy, has a sword there, willing to cut anybody out if things don't seem right. Because the energy in the beginning is something isn't right. Maybe your plan is not taking account for something that you didn't foresee, but 2 plus 2 is not equaling 4 in this sense, in this instance. Maybe you have 2 plus 2, but the end result you're getting is 3, 5, 10, and you're like, wait a second, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up. So something is not adding up, but you're looking for your path. You're looking for the best way to achieve your goal. And you will get there, because you are either going to be that, you're going to have justice. You will be that loyal friend and or your greatest protector. You could be both. Maybe you will find a business partner, a loyal friend, and maybe you will see how someone else may be taking advantage of your partnership. And if you have that foresight and you have that sight, you can notify your partner and you can set things straight and cut out all of the things that may not seem right, seem copacetic. And again, the overall energy was the 7 of Bats, and that's a plan that may not work, a setback, a bout of bad luck, partial success that does not justify the risks. So be mindful. Be mindful. If your plan does not come to fruition, and if you hold on or hold back your plan instead of putting it into action, you're holding your hand closed and you're not allowing something new to replace what is leaving. So I feel like this is a warning. This is a warning. Don't do that. Things may not work out the way you had intended, but if that's the case, the universe has something better in store for you. Better than what you had intended. But you need to be flexible. You need to be creative and open-minded. And in doing so, you will achieve your success. Because the Three of Imps talks about success for a job well done. Efforts paying off. And the Four of Pumpkins talks about either putting your plan into action, or being miserly and thinking you are not ready and you are not, or you don't have enough funds, because again, pumpkins are pentacles. And by doing so and not trusting in yourself, you are going to let an opportunity pass you by, because by putting your plan into action, you are allowing room for something bigger and better to come in. So don't let your fears, don't let your self-doubt, don't let your concerns get in the way, because that will, in my opinion, change your outcome. I'm having a hard time with this. Okay, there we go. That will change your outcome. This is a positive outcome. This is a warning. Be open-minded. Be able to go with the flow. Have your plan. Put it into action, whether you feel you're ready or not, because the universe, you may know the end result and you may not know steps 4, 5, and 6, but by taking that first step, 2, 3, and 4 may change, but it will give you a different route to get to your end result, and your end result will be bigger and better than what you had expected and how you had expected to get there. I think this is a very positive warning, because if you didn't get this warning, you wouldn't know to take that leap. You wouldn't know, I need to go ahead and try anyways. I need to trust myself. I need to be there. I'm going to have my own back. Nobody else will. At least not yet. You will have your own back. And or someone else will have your back in the end. That's a good message, guys. It doesn't seem that way in the beginning. But again, we are working on things happening for us instead of to us. That's how we're trying to change our viewpoint. And that's how we're trying to change our thought process and our thinking. So let's get an oracle card. And we have Sisters of the Sun Rising, card number 28. Let's see what the book has to say about that. (27) 28. You are a highly creative being with the potential to help raise the vibration of consciousness on this planet through your creative projects, being creative, and putting forth your effort. On this planet through your creative projects, work, dreams, and hobbies. The power of collaboration, choosing to work with others in joint projects, allows for synergy to occur where you can grow stronger and become more than the sum of your individual parts, calling in great cosmic assistance and potency. I told you guys, you will be your best ally, and I believe somebody else will find you along the way who will also be your best ally. You are guided to remain open to other souls joining forces with you. Just like the sisters of the sun rising that bring great energy to help humanity through their group endeavors, when you allow for aligned group effort, much that is wonderful can occur. So, guys, this talks about teamwork and not doing it on your own. So maybe that's what your original plan was, doing everything by yourself. And maybe in realizing this is too much for me to handle. I'm not quite sure what it is I need to do. Being creative and stepping outside of the box. I mean, the Three of Imps, look, there's 3 people in the card. Teamwork. Teamwork. I didn't even realize that. The Four of Pumpkins is an individual. You need to start your project, start on your path, take that first step. And along the way, the universe will bring you the people that you need to succeed. And because you thought you were supposed to do it by yourself and realized, I need to be a team, I need to work with others, I need to think outside the box and be creative, you have all the blessings that you had hoped and achieved for. But again, you released your attachments and your expectations by allowing a group of people to help you. Maybe it's family members, maybe it's friends, maybe it's coworkers. Be careful who you trust, though. Be careful who you trust. A powerful enemy or a powerful friend. That's what I'm saying. I think the Seven of Bats is a warning. I don't think it's going to be the outcome, but I think it's a warning. Realize that you need to have dreams and goals. You need to have a plan of action. That's the best thing. And you need to take that first step. But along the way, you'll realize adjustments need to be made. And by making the proper adjustments and being open to what the universe has in store for you, by releasing your attachments and your expectations, you will have a successful endeavor. It will bring peace and clarity and calmness. And of course, abundance. And a business partner who's there for you and has your back if you make the right decision. So be mindful who you let in. Be mindful that who you share your business ideas, your goals, and your plans with. Because an enemy will take your ideas and make them their own if you delay and don't take action yourself. There's a way to talk to people and see about their interest in an idea, but say it in generic terms. I want to go into business. I have this idea. I have this wonderful idea for accelerating the harvest time, the growth time for my crops. And leave it at that. Don't give him your formula. Don't give him your idea. And along the way, if you trust yourself, if you realize that you are your best friend, then you will be able to see others' intentions. You'll pick up on their energies. You'll pick up things here and there that will give you signals. Oh, did you see that? Did you see the lights flicker? That is confirmation that you are on the right path, that you are picking up the right energy and the right vibration from these people, whether it's positive or negative towards you. Good reading, guys. I know it doesn't seem like that with the Seven of Bats, but I think this is just a warning. I think this is not a set outcome, but it's up to your choices. It's up to you taking the first step and having faith in yourself. So, guys, 2020 is all about making things happen, but you have to work in conjunction with the universe. At a certain point, you sit back and you have to allow your crop to grow, but you have to water it and you have to fertilize it along the way. So at a certain point, you are able to sit back, but every now and then you need to poke your head out and make sure that you're still, that your crop is still there, that the bugs haven't gotten it, that it has plenty of water, plenty of sunshine, plenty of whatever it needs. That's a good message, guys. Oh, I hope that resonates. I hope it helps. Only you will know how that message resonates to your situation. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it. Chunk the message and come back next week and see if the next message resonates. And again, if this doesn't resonate, check your other signs and see how those resonate for you. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell for notifications so that way you can be notified of the next videos if this one doesn't resonate. Because again, these are energies for the collective. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, thank you very much. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye.